Hey everyone, welcome to a new video where I'll show you all about the Simple Planes mod. I'll teach you how to get planes, larger aircraft, helicopters and cargo planes in Minecraft using the Simple Planes mod, and I'll explain every single item, absolutely everything. Alright, so first things first, how do you get planes? We can obtain planes using a plane workbench. The plane workbench is crafted like this: iron axe, iron pickaxe, gold block, 2 redstone obsidians, crafting table, and iron ingot. To craft planes we need 2 main components: propellers, made with 5 iron each, and planks. Any type of wood planks will do. Just to give you an idea, these are all the types of aircraft available. Well, you can probably see them too, so each material is what you can craft it from. Generally they're made of wood, if not all of them. Now, to get the most basic plane, which uses the least fuel but only has 1 seat so only 1 person can fly, the simplest one is made with a propeller. And nothing more or less than 5 pieces of wood. There you have it. With this, we make the cheapest plane. Then we have this slightly more advanced plane for 2 people with 2 propellers. So, it'll need 2 propellers and nothing more or less than 10 pieces of wood. There we have it. The large plane. 2 propellers, 2 blades, and 10 wood pieces. On the other hand, we have the helicopter, which is a bit unlike this one that uses more fuel, or this one that uses very little. This one uses about the same fuel as the large plane, but the helicopter has maneuverability that's super good. It's very easy to maneuver, especially for beginners, and it's crafted with nothing more and nothing less than 2 propellers and 7 wood. There we have it. There we have the helicopter. Finally, we have the cargo plane, the largest aircraft, crafted with 4 propellers and 64 wooden planks, and there we have the cargo plane. So this is how we can craft the different planes. Alright, very good. Now that we know how they work, let's learn how to assemble them. So, to assemble them, if I switch to survival and get on the helicopter, I can't do anything with it. It won't start. So first of all, we're going to need engines. There are 3 types of engines. The electric engine, this object here, is the furnace engine, and the liquid engine. So how do you craft each one? The electric is crafted this way. Remember, the propeller is made like this. Then we have the furnace, crafted with a blast furnace, which is made this way. And then we have the liquid engine. So how do you craft each one? We already know that. But how do they work? Well, basically, we approach the ship and right-click on it. If we right-click, as you can see, we've now attached the electric engine. You can tell by the color. So when we get on and press X, we'll see all the electric engine power settings here. The X doesn't work. Go to Escape, Options, Controls, K-Binds, scroll down to Simple Planes, and here are all the controls we'll need for this mod. I've changed some, like the drop payload. I won't discuss this topic anymore. If a menu doesn't open or something doesn't work as I explain, it's because of this. It's due to the K-binds, so just take a look at them. I won't talk about this anymore. I'm saying this because it's a very common error. Let's say we've installed the electric engine. How do we charge it? Well, we charge it with solar panels. Solar panels are crafted like this. They need a daylight detector. So this way we'd have a plane that's charging as it is. The energy section, it charges renewably. We could also charge it using a charging station. We'd place the craft on the charging station if it has an electric engine, and it'd charge automatically. The charging station is crafted like this. Problem is, we can't power the charging station without electricity mod. The charging station, with just the Simple Planes mod, doesn't work at all. It needs other Minecraft electricity mods. Let's say it's charging slowly and you're bored, you want to use the plane now, not wait 40 years. To change this, we'll use the wrench, a tool crafted with 4 iron pieces. Basically, we approach the plane, right-click, and remove any tools we've added, as you can see. Now we can add, for example, the furnace engine. We've just installed it. How does the furnace engine work? The furnace engine runs on coal. We add coal and it starts working. Next, we have the liquid engine. We can equip the liquid engine like this. There, it's installed. The liquid engine is here, and it runs on lava. Okay, we open the X and add lava. Once it's loaded using any method I've shown, let's move on from the engines. After loading it as I've shown to start the plane, I'll switch to survival mode, alright? What we need to do is use the side arrow. Using the side arrows, not WSD, but regular arrows, pressing up will start the engine. As you can see, the ship begins to power up. Down here on the right, we have all the power settings to keep in mind. Pressing control lets you exit the ship, and you can rotate freely inside. You can turn like this on the ground, or even use the arrows to rotate. Basically, we'd start the engine and use W to pull the nose up. W is how we can raise and lower the nose of the aircraft. A and D let us move the plane sideways, as you can see. Will this make you turn left? What's it for then? I guess to avoid collisions. To turn left, you need to use the left arrow key. It's best to be in first person view, or the camera won't update automatically. As you can see, there's our plane. Let's say we're climbing too slowly and want more speed. We can equip it with none other than try not to crash or you might lose your plane. What we're going to equip is the rocket booster. The rocket booster basically does this when equipped. We've equipped it there. Well, I just ran out of rocket booster. The rocket booster, if we press R, shows its crafting recipe. 2 lighters, 4 iron. As you can see on the right, we now have much more speed. Not sure if it's noticeable. Hope it is. We've crashed there. If we crash, it's fine, just so you can see. Let's get the plane. It still has all the mods we've added. No worries if we crashed. We haven't lost the plane or mods. Let's increase the power. See if we can take off. We need some space to take off. I think we're seeing it now. There it is. As you see, thanks to the rocket booster we crafted, we now have much more power. To lower it, just press the down arrow. Let's try to park. See if I can do it first try. It's a bit tricky, not gonna lie. That should do it. So I'll leave the plane here. We have different vehicle types, each with various cargo options. The seats upgrade lets us add more seats. We've gone from 2 front seats to 4, as you can see. Same with the helicopter. Now we have side seats, and it's similar for cargo. If I apply it, you'll see 2 extra seats there. Got it? How can we check if we have seats or if we're... With the seats working, we grab the piglets. As you see, 1, 2 are the initial ones, then 3 and 4. That's what the seats upgrade feature is for. How do you craft it? You craft it with this here. This would be the crafting recipe. On the other hand, we have the floating bedding. What's the floating bedding used for? Normally, if we spawn planes, they'll sink. Let's say it has sunk and we want to raise it again. One way is to simply be in survival mode, break it and lift it. But suppose we don't want that and just want it to float so we can take off from water, etc. What we can do is take the large plane, or better yet, the helicopter. We'll put the helicopter down, assuming it's sunk, and add the floating bedding. It'll basically start to float. How do you craft floating bedding? It's crafted with 6 iron, 2 wool, and a slime ball. You simply right-click on the helicopter. Now hit the top keys. To take off with the helicopter, which is different, use the spacebar. As you can see, it doesn't matter if you're in water, we've taken off. If you play the mod, you'll see it's super easy to maneuver. So easy, it's almost scary. That's what floating bedding is for. We'll try to land it now. As you'll see, it's super easy to do that too. Let's land it. There it is. We also have the shooter upgrade. It's crafted like this, with a dispenser and flint and steel. For a normal plane, a small one, say we want to shoot something, we'll add the shooter upgrade, which is crafted this way. We put it on all with the engine. When we enter and press X or open the plane inventory, this arrow section appears. The cool thing is we can put any type of arrow. Well, not any type, sorry. We can put arrows on it. I'm not sure about any type. Okay, yeah, any type. We can add arrows that shoot with left click. There you go. Left click to shoot arrows. But we can also add fire charges. Fire charges are crafted like this. Adding fire charges is the cool part. You fly by a village. I then use the shooter upgrade. Let's say we want to burn that horse. We just launch it. As you can see, I burned myself. Since I'm burned, how do we heal? We can use the quick fix kit. It's what I'm using right here. Here's a village we could burn now. As I said, it's hard to control. Don't judge me. There we have it. Say our plane catches fire while flying. We can use the quick fix kit. Basically, what you see here is the plane's health. As you can see, the health bar is regenerating. It's slowly regenerating over time. What's happening? If I start moving now, which is the downside of the quick fix tip, you'll see the health gradually decreasing. In other words, there's a limit. But this also helps us regenerate the red hearts or health points. Every cloud has a silver lining. How do you craft it? It's made with 3 iron and a golden apple, or 3 iron blocks and an enchanted golden apple. That's how we can craft this quick fix tip. It can be quite useful. Planes can break from fire damage, which is rare, or from collisions. If we crash, it breaks completely. We can also damage them with arrows from a distance. I'm killing them all in one shot now, not sure why. Usually it takes 2 arrows, so how can we make them more durable? We can use plane armor, which is crafted like this. Adding plane armor makes it withstand many more hits. And guess what? We can enchant this plane armor with protection, up to protection 3. That's the max, and as you can see, to change the plane armor, we right click, remove it, and put on the new one with protection 3. Now it'll withstand many more arrows. As you can see, it appears enchanted. Now let's say our helicopter gets destroyed mid-air. How can we avoid dying? Well, by not falling to our death. Imagine we're in survival mode and suddenly our helicopter breaks. We can use a parachute. I jump, deploy the chute, and slowly descend. To exit, I can shift and activate another chute if I have more. Don't worry about that. As you can see, it's not very maneuverable, so we're an easy target. Keep that in mind. How do you craft a parachute? It's made with 3 wool and 3 string. We also have the supply crate, which is basically a barrel and a parachute. The supply crate can't fit in the small plane, but it can be placed in any other vehicle. What the supply crate does is we put it in. It takes up a space, as we can see. If I press X and pull back, here's the supply crate. Let's say I add a solar panel to it. So we start moving and I want to drop the supply crate. I think it's C by default. I have it set to enter. Press enter, and the supply crate starts dropping. As we can see, we'll make an aid kit we can drop to any player. We've lost the aid kit here. Here the parachute detaches, and here we'd have the barrel with the solar panel we added. This is what the supply crate would do. Lastly, we have this folding upgrade. probably the final item. It's this one here. It's crafted with 2 shulker shells, a diamond, and 2 pistons. This is useful if you have a tricked out plane. For example, if you're in survival mode and I equip this, I'm not sure if I've equipped it. There, I've equipped it. As you can see, it's here in the shulker box at the back. Let's say you're in survival mode and want to exit the plane. We'll need to kill this pig first. There shouldn't be any passengers underneath. We're here now and we're getting out of the plane. What just happened? Why did it disappear? It didn't disappear. We basically have it in our inventory with all its modifications. That's what this last item does. It automatically removes the plane and puts it in our inventory, which is pretty handy, as hitting it repeatedly, if it has armor, can be tedious. I understand why they added this feature. These are all the items. Lastly, the cargo plane, with the range upgrade, has up to 8 chest spaces. We can take chests and add up to 8 of them, and each chest can contain shulkers inside. Interesting thing, shulkers with items. I'll put all the items in this shulker. Let's set the range. To show you, I can access the cargo inventory by pressing X. As you can see, it lets me put in shulkers. We have up to 8 chests. The cargo can carry an incredible amount. Each plane has 6 upgrades, so there's a limit. You can't use them all. You can't make it renewable and add all upgrades. For all upgrades, it can't be renewable. Renewable means not self-sustaining or electric. That's all. I've explained everything. Obviously, I explained it quickly. To fully understand, just get the mod and play it. This mod is really cool and worth trying. Nothing more to say. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in future videos. Bye bye.